This is officially the end of Forza Horizon 5. So what this means is that this game has officially reached end of support. So that means the game will no longer receive new updates, new content, and anything else that will fix the game or update the game. And so this means this is the final goodbye to Forza Horizon 5. And we're gonna get started the video. So if we're talking about this game overall, this game, it's actually a pretty fun game, and I did enjoy it. And this game had a lot of good stuff, but at the same time, it had some stuff where it wasn't very good because you did have a lot of good content in this game, but you also had some content that I didn't like, which I'll get later into the video. But this game had a ton of content like cars, a ton of races, and a ton of stuff you can do in the game overall. So since we're talking about the online over here, so let's get started the online part. Online in this game, it's a lot better than most racing games, even today. And that's a good thing because you have a ton of online game modes you could play. You have online racing, you have the Eliminator, Drift Adventure, playground games, and you have a ton of game modes in this game, which is a good thing. But the problem with this game is that it relies only on the matchmaking servers and the championship servers, which is not that good because let's say if you want to have a convoy or you want to edit the races, you have to have friends, and that sucks. So that limits how much you could play this game online. But besides that, it's not bad online overall, but the matchmaking could be better in this game overall. But it's pretty good online. But one mode that really made me mad is playground games. Not reason for you to think it's because it's not bad, but the maps and the playground games they put are very bad because they're not just bad. There's like 4 in the entire game, and that's literally insane. And I really wish they made the online mode better, particularly in this game mode. It's because I don't know why they would do it, but that is how it works, unfortunately. And some of the game modes in this game were just not that good, and they had huge potential. But even besides that, there was a ton of other game modes, like there was the Eliminator, which is okay. But I know a lot of people didn't like the hide and seek mode, but as of me personally, I actually really liked it. It's controversial, but I like it. And I think when they added more game modes like this, it actually made the game better in some ways, so we could have more content after the game's life cycle, which is a pretty good thing overall. But I still think it was pretty good, but at the same time, it could have been so much better in a lot of ways. But the things that I liked were really good, and at the same time, it could have been better. So that's how my opinion is in the online. Moving on to the career mode. Now, from what I said in the online, it was pretty good, but the career mode, it was absolutely bad for a lot of reasons. Because they didn't even try to make the career mode good. Because most of the players, like I get it, most of the players mostly care about the online multiplayer. But they could have at least made it short, but at least make it interesting. But no, they decided to make the career mode pretty bad. And your first car is literally a Bronco, a Chevrolet, or newest Toyota Supra, which is not realistic in real life. And it really sucks how they treated the career mode in this game. And you had these Horizon Adventure things, and you could have completed them all in less than like 10 hours, which is quite fortunate. That is how the game worked, unfortunately, in terms of the career mode. And you did have stories, which is nice, but it was quite lacking. And especially right now, it's making a comeback, and I heard that Horizon 6 is gonna make it better, and I really hope it is. So that is how it works, and the career mode in this game is not that good. And besides the biggest two game modes, there was other stuff you could have done, like just free roaming, head to head with players. And there is one feature that I actually thought was pretty unique, and I thought it was pretty good, but I thought it also could have been a lot better in a lot of ways. And that is the event lap, because if you really think about it, it is generally a very, very good idea because being able to create your own tracks and races, which is a very good idea in generally. But one of the biggest problems with this is that the the lacking and the lack of things you could do in these races, because you could only do circuit races, and even then a lot of the things that they put in these races is pretty lacking because they don't have enough props and they don't have enough things that could have make it better. Now, I'm not trying to say the people who make it are bad, because the people who make it could do some very good things even in this experience, but at the same time what I'm trying to explain here is that it could have been so much better by adding way more props and adding also way more game modes. So instead of making circuits, why not make arenas, like maybe playground games, or maybe like a map, or maybe even sprint races that don't have laps. And I wish Forza would allow that. And I know there's some workarounds, but at the same time, it's very basic thing that should have been fixed a long time ago in this game, but unfortunately it was not. But besides that, I still think this is a great testing point, because this was the first time they introduced something like that. And it worked well, but at the same time, I thought it could have been way better in this game. And one reason why people so really like the event lap in this game, even with this current situation, is because of the map. The map in this game is probably one of the worst maps in the entire Forza franchise, because a lot of the roads in this game felt very dead and felt very flat and boring. And it doesn't feel like Mexico, to be honest with you. I feel like when I drive in this game, I feel like I'm driving a dead US state that has nothing in it. That is what I feel like, to be honest. I know it sounds controversial, but that is what I feel like. Another feature that really sucked in this game, but it was a great concept, was the festival playlist, because in generally it's a very good idea. Being playing challenges to earn rewards sounds like an amazing idea, and they aren't too hard. Sure, I'll take, and I think it's a good idea. But the problem with that is they made it limited time only, so you had to only play for 1 week, and after that 1 week is over, guess what? You can no longer go back or do any of it, and it sucks. And I kind of get it now because you have the Horizon backstages, but I wish I could just go back and do like certain rewards, because let's say if I just want to get the do one race for the wheel spin or a certain car, but no, they wouldn't do that, or just play it just for fun so I could get extra cash. But unfortunately they wouldn't do that, and unfortunately that is how it worked. And the back passes, do you know how you get those? Oh, guess what? Through the Festo playlist. So you have to earn 40 points just to even get one, and it's kind of hard. So that is one problem with this, and it sucks because most people who play this game on Game Pass or PlayStation. So it is very unfortunate and is very unfair. And I seriously hope this is something that Forza Horizon 6 will fix in the near future. And I heard they already fixed this, so that is a good thing. But that is pretty much how the game is right now, and that is how it's gonna end. Alright, when I just said all these things, I know it might sound like a angry video, like I totally hate this game, but no, the reason why I was saying all these things is because I want these things to be improved and better in the next game, which is why I'm kind of like this. I might sound angry and make a rant, but that is not what I'm trying to do. Even besides those things, I still think this game was a ton of fun, because you don't have anything like this in the market. Because and this game, you did have a ton of unique features. You have way more cars than ever. You have a, a decent map with a lot of things you could do, which is pretty nice. And you have a good online and a ton of stuff you could do, which is pretty cool. And this is the YouTube channel I started playing this game, so that is pretty cool. And I'm glad I got to play during its prime, because it was a pretty good game overall. But at the same time, I think it is time to say goodbye to this game and move on to the new Forza game, because I feel like that game could also be better in some ways. And we could continue exploring other countries and other things. So that is one thing that is really cool. But as of currently, I have to say goodbye to this game. Overall, it's a good game, but this game also had a lot of issues, and it's time to say goodbye from these issues. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. As always, peace out, guys.